The story of artificial intelligence begins not with computers but with human imagination. Long before technology, we dreamed of creating life. There are stories of artificial beings that echo through ancient cultures. In Greece, Hesiod wrote of Talos, a bronze guardian built by the gods, patrolling Crete with purpose. The golem of Prague, shaped from clay and animated by sacred words, protected its people, but warned of the dangers of unchecked creation. In ancient China, Yan Shi presented a lifelike mechanical man to the king, astonishing the court with its abilities. These myths weren't blueprints for machines, but thought experiments about intelligence and the boundaries between the artificial and the natural. They asked, can we build a mind? What does it mean to be alive? Lacking science, they used magic and divinity to explore these questions. Yet the core curiosity remains the same as today's AI research. These ancient storytellers laid the groundwork for our modern quest. They imagined beings that could think and act, planting the seeds for centuries of debate and innovation. Before the first computer, the dream of artificial intelligence was already ancient. It was a story whispered through generations, waiting for science to catch up. The desire to create artificial life is as old as civilization itself. Our myths reveal a timeless fascination with the idea of building intelligence. The journey of AI began in the imagination, long before it became reality. As myth gave way to reason, our dreams of artificial beings moved into literature and film. Mary Shelley's Frankenstein warned of the consequences of unchecked scientific ambition, asking what we owe our creations. The word robot was born in Carol Capek's play R.U.R., where artificial workers rebelled against their makers. Science fiction became a laboratory for exploring AI's possibilities and dangers. Isaac Asimov's stories introduced the 3 laws of robotics, shaping how we think about machine ethics. These tales inspired generations of scientists and engineers. Film and literature gave AI a face and a voice, making the abstract tangible. They explored both utopias and dystopias, fueling public imagination. By the time real breakthroughs in computing arrived, society was already primed for the idea of intelligent machines. The science of AI was born from the fiction that preceded it. Storytellers asked, what if? And scientists set out to answer. Our cultural fascination with AI paved the way for its scientific pursuit. The line between fiction and reality began to blur. Turning fiction into reality required new ideas and tools. Alan Turing, during World War II, imagined a universal machine that could solve any logical problem, the conceptual birth of the computer. In 1950, Turing proposed the Turing test. If a machine's responses are indistinguishable from a human's, it can be called intelligent. This shifted the focus from inner consciousness to observable behavior. In 1956, John McCarthy and others coined artificial intelligence at an AI workshop in Dartmouth, New Hampshire, declaring their intent to build machines that could simulate any aspect of intelligence. Early AI programs solved math problems, proved theorems, and processed language using symbolic rules. Optimism was high. Many believed human-level AI was just around the corner. Researchers thought encoding enough rules could capture all human knowledge. The universe seemed ready to be programmed. The dream of thinking machines was no longer just a story. The age of AI had begun. However, early optimism soon met with reality. AI programs that excelled at puzzles struggled with the messy, unpredictable real world. Funding dried up as progress stalled. This was the AI winter. Expert systems, mimicking human decision-making, offered some hope but were brittle and inflexible. The dream of general intelligence seemed distant, yet in the background a new approach was emerging. Machine learning. Instead of hand-coding rules, machines could learn from data. Arthur Samuel's Checkers program was an early example, improving through experience. This shift from logic to learning planted the seeds for AI's revival. The quiet revolution was underway. The AI winter thawed in the 1990s, fueled by vast data and powerful computers. The internet provided oceans of information, while GPUs enabled complex computations. Deep learning, using artificial neural networks, could now learn intricate patterns from massive datasets. Researchers like Geoffrey Hinton and Yann LeCun led the way. In 2012, AlexNet's victory in image recognition marked deep learning's breakthrough. Suddenly, AI could recognize speech, translate languages, and even defeat world champions at games like Go. AlphaGo's creative strategies stunned experts. showing machines could innovate. AI's progress accelerated, transforming what was possible. The quiet revolution became a global phenomenon. Deep learning redefined the limits of machine intelligence. Today, AI is woven into daily life, recommending movies, detecting fraud, powering navigation, and more. In medicine, finance, and agriculture, AI drives innovation and efficiency. Self-driving cars and smart assistants are reshaping industries. AI is now a general-purpose technology like electricity, with the power to transform society. But rapid progress brings challenges. AI can inherit human biases, and this raises tough ethical questions. Who is responsible when AI makes mistakes? How do we prevent misuse? We're racing to develop guidelines and regulations to keep pace. Now, generative AI, like ChatGPT and DALL-E, creates original text, images, and code, changing our relationship with creativity. The ultimate goal for some is artificial general intelligence machines with human-like adaptability and common sense. AGI could solve humanity's greatest problems, or pose new risks. The story of AI, born from ancient myths, is being written now. The future is in our hands. We must choose wisely what we create next. Follow for more stories where technology meets humanity, because knowledge doesn't stop at 60 seconds.
Thanks for watching. This is 60-second knowledge now extended, because curiosity doesn't stop at 60 seconds. Subscribe on YouTube and follow us on TikTok.